Have you ever looked at your bank account and felt like you were doing everything right, yet the numbers just weren't adding up? You work hard, you save where you can, and you try to be responsible, but at the end of the month, your balance seems to have vanished into thin air. It is a frustrating, silent struggle that millions of Americans are facing right now. It feels like you are caught in what I call a vampire economy. This is an environment where the systems we used to trust are now designed specifically to drain your wealth through tiny, invisible leaks. Today, we are going to do more than just list things that are too expensive. We are going to perform a deep dive surgery on the ecosystem of waste that surrounds us. I am going to show you how corporations have engineered your daily habits to profit from your loyalty, and more importantly, I will give you the precise, smart moves to take that power back. The truth is, the world has changed, but our spending habits are often stuck in the past. We are currently facing two silent killers of wealth: shrinkflation and skimpflation. You probably noticed that your favorite box of cereal is smaller, but the price stayed the same. That is shrinkflation. But skimpflation is even more dangerous. This is when a company keeps the package the same, but replaces high-quality ingredients or reliable materials with cheap synthetic alternatives. If you feel like things just don't last like they used to, or food doesn't taste the same, you aren't imagining it. You are being targeted. For the prudent protector, someone who values longevity and honesty, this is a direct betrayal of trust. It is time to stop playing their game and start playing your own. Let's start with the most obvious culprit: fast food and chain restaurants. Not long ago, fast food was the ultimate budget hack for a busy family. Today, a basic combo meal can easily run you $12 to $15. When you factor in a family of four, you are looking at $60 for a meal served in a paper bag. That is the same price as a sit-down dinner with real silverware. The value proposition has completely collapsed. The smart move here is the modern meal prep. By spending just 2 hours on a Sunday to prep high-quality proteins and grains, the average American household can save over $400 a month. That is nearly $5,000 a year back in your pocket, simply by refusing to pay a premium for convenience that isn't even convenient anymore. Next on the list are snack foods and candy. Have you noticed how a bag of chips is now mostly air and costs nearly $7? These items have transitioned from everyday treats to luxury indulgences in terms of price, but the nutritional value remains at zero. We are paying more for less product and more chemicals. Instead of buying these air-filled bags, look for generic staples. Most store-brand nuts, seeds, and basic snacks are produced in the same facilities as the big brands, but cost 40% less. You're essentially paying $5 extra just for the logo on the plastic bag. It is a tax on brand loyalty that you can stop paying today. Even your morning routine has been weaponized. Subscription coffee and soda programs seem like a deal, but they are designed to get you into the store where you will inevitably buy a $5 muffin or a breakfast sandwich. This is high-frequency hitting. They want you in their ecosystem every single day. If you are serious about building wealth, invest in a high-quality thermos and a bag of premium beans. It pays for itself in less than a month. Now let's look at the bigger traps. New cars and the iron cage of debt. The average price of a new car has soared to nearly $48,000. Combine that with interest rates hitting 8 or 9%, and many people are signing 84-month loans. That is 7 years of your life dedicated to a machine that loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot. You are effectively paying a new car tax that keeps you from ever achieving true financial freedom. The smart move is to look for a 3 to 5-year-old vehicle with a documented service history. Let someone else take that massive initial depreciation hit while you keep the thousands of dollars in interest for your own retirement fund. This leads us to a very painful topic: new construction homes. There is a common myth that new is always better. But in the 2025 market, many mass-produced homes are built with what builders call builder-grade materials. In plain English, that means the cheapest stuff that still passes inspection. We see plywood replaced with particle board and solid wood replaced with plastic trim. These houses often require major repairs within the first 10 years. If you want true value, look for homes built between 1980 and 1995. These are often the sweet spot of construction. They have modern layouts but were built with good bones. Real hardwoods and thick-walled construction that was meant to last for generations, not just until the warranty expires. Speaking of branded clothing, why are we paying $100 for a t-shirt just to act as a walking billboard for a corporation? High-end brands have increasingly moved their production to the same low-cost factories as budget brands, but they keep the prices high because of the logo. You are paying for a status symbol that depreciates faster than a used car. The prudent move is to focus on investment pieces, high-quality, unbranded items made of natural fibers like wool, cotton, or leather. These pieces look timeless, last for decades, and don't require you to advertise for someone else. In the digital age, we also have to talk about the collapse of the sharing economy. Remember when Airbnb was a cheap, cozy alternative to hotels? Now, once you add the $75 cleaning fee, the service fee, and the local taxes, a two-night stay is often 30% more expensive than a Marriott or a Hilton. Plus, at a hotel, you don't have to take out the trash or strip the beds yourself. The value has moved back to traditional hospitality. Don't let nostalgia for the early days of tech disruptors blind you to the fact that they are now the expensive, inconvenient option. One of the most insidious vampires is your auto insurance. Many companies have a loyalty tax. They know that once you sign up, you probably won't leave. So they quietly increase your premium by 5 or 10% every year, banking on your busy schedule to keep you from comparing rates. I have seen people save over $1,000 a year just by spending 30 minutes on a comparison site. That is one of the highest hourly wages you will ever earn. Make it a habit to shop your rate every 12 months. It is your money. Don't let them keep it just because you were polite. We also have to address the extended warranty scam. Retailers love these because they are almost pure profit. Statistics show that the vast majority of products that are going to fail will do so during the manufacturer's initial warranty period. Paying an extra 20% for peace of mind is usually just funding the retailer's bottom line. Instead of buying a warranty, take that same amount of money and put it into a dedicated repair fund in a high-yield savings account. If the item breaks, you have the cash. If it doesn't, you still have your money. Lastly, be very careful with hobby degrees or unverified online certifications. In a world of high inflation, an education is only an investment if it provides a measurable return. Borrowing tens of thousands of dollars for a degree in a field with no job prospects isn't an education. It is a financial death sentence. If you are looking to pivot careers later in life, focus on high-income skills like project management, technical sales, or specialized trades. These often require short, intensive training rather than four-year commitments and provide immediate cash flow. So, how do we take all of this and turn it into a victory? It starts with a Prudent Protector Strategy. First, implement the 50-30-20 rule, but with a twist. Aim to get your necessities down to 40% by eliminating these invisible leaks. This creates a 10% freedom gap that you can use to aggressively fund your retirement or pay off high-interest debt. Second, adopt the cost-per-use mindset. A $500 pair of boots that lasts 10 years is infinitely cheaper than a $50 pair that lasts 6 months. Stop looking at the price tag and start looking at the lifespan. True wealth isn't about how much you earn. It is about how much you keep. Every time you refuse to pay for an overpriced meal, a bad insurance policy, or a cheap mass-produced house, you are casting a vote for your own freedom. You are telling the vampire economy that your hard-earned money belongs to your family and your future, not their shareholders. I want to hear from you. Which of these items have you stopped buying recently, and how much has it changed your life? Have you found a smart move that I missed? Share your experience in the comments below. Your insight might be the exact piece of advice someone else in our community needs to hear today. Remember, being prudent isn't about being cheap. It is about being smart. It is about protecting what you have built so you can live the life you actually want. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next deep dive.